All right, everyone, welcome. So let's get started. All right, so here we are, class number 6, chakras 6 and 7. Last week we talked about how this class physically is not intended to be rigorous. It's more about getting to the mind stuff. Yeah, there you go. Get visine for your third eye. All right, let's roll the shoulders down and back. Stand with your feet at any distance. Let's bring one hand onto the heart and one hand onto the belly, observing how the body breathes. How does the body respond to the breath? Breathe in through your nose or your mouth, and then exhale from your mouth or from the throat, maybe keeping the lips together or open. Just noticing how is the body responding in the belly. How does the body respond through the ribs and through the chest? There's no right or wrong way to breathe. Instead, we're working with the art of observation, moving into a place where we're able to simply take a step back, maybe relinquish some control. Letting go is the practice of aparigraha, working with the art of observation and noticing without judgment. That's another practice. Can we notice and can we observe without judgment, without criticism? From this place of mindfulness, we can begin to shape the breath slightly, moving this into a 3-part breath, mindfully breathing in through the nose and moving the breath down to the abdomen, then letting the breath build up to the heart. Exhale from the throat, open the mouth like you're fogging a mirror. Push the air out from the abdomen. Keeping the lips together as we inhale, belly, through the ribs, up to the heart. Pause at the top of the breath, open the mouth. Relax your heart, your ribs, and your belly. Let's try this just a few more times. Every time we exhale, notice if there's a change in your hips, in your low back, maybe in the shoulders. When we relax the jaw and when we relax the throat, there is a connection to the overall spine, the low back, the hips, and the pelvis. Not necessarily letting go of all muscle stability, but releasing any excessive tension that could be leading to pain or discomfort, tension that could lead to lack of mobility. Now try keeping the lips together, and it's the same breath. Inhaling in through the nose, belly, ribs, up to the heart, keeping the lips slightly pressed. And again, acting like you're going to fog a mirror. Inhaling in through the nose, build the breath from the belly all the way up into the chest, feeling a little lift in the heart, lips pressing together. It's a ha breath with the lips together. This is a technique known as Ujjayi breath. It's a breathing technique that's used for a lot of different reasons. First reason that we'll start with today is so that we can hear the quality of the breath. Observation, becoming aware of the breath's own voice, the ability of the breath to be audible. Let's relax our hands, keeping the breath audible. And you can always relax the jaw and breathe out from the throat with the mouth open if that feels better. Let's all turn sideways on our mat, and I'll invite you to turn in any direction where you can clearly see me. We're going to avoid anyone having to look over their shoulder. It's okay if you look a little bit to the side, but I don't want you to have to look back very much. Bringing the feet out wide on your mat, and the toes are angling out to those long edges of the mat. We're in a wide plie position. Let's all put our hands on our hips for a moment for stability. Bend the knees. Let's check in with our alignment. For the sake of mobility, you might want to take your pants and pull them up. These are not, these can be yoga pants. You could practice different types of yoga in them, but preferably you would be wearing super stretchy fitted pants today for what we're about to do. So if you're like me and you're wearing something more like a jogger, pull the pants up into the crease of your hip for mobility. Let's bend our knees and see that they go in the same direction as second, third, and fourth toe. This way the knee is not twisting in and it's not overly pressing out. Now go ahead and shift left and right in your feet and maybe try lifting the toes just a little bit, getting a feel for the earth under our feet and allowing the body to shift the weight. So when we shift to the left, we can pause. Maybe that right knee is still bent, or maybe the right leg is straight, and we feel the weight on the inner and outer blades of the foot. From here, shifting over to the right, we could straighten the left leg. We could even lift that left toe off the floor, feeling the inner and outer blade of the right foot connecting to the earth. Let's shift side to side a few more times, giving the body an opportunity to experiment with that weight shift. As we experiment with that weight shift, we're experimenting with balance as well. You could always try closing your eyes, shifting left and right. We might move a little bit slower because as soon as we close our eyes, we lean into what we feel to recruit muscles, more so than what we see. And what we feel is more important than what we're seeing. Let's come to any still point that feels balanced for us today. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, straightening both legs. Open up into a 5-pointed star. Big inhale into your chest. Exhale, pull the elbows in behind the ribs and bend the knees. Inhale, rising up. Imagine you're like a piece of toast. I'm always so hungry when I teach this class. A piece of toast. A Pop-Tart, even better. Ooh, strudel, even better. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Exhale down. You're like a piece of toast coming up and down out of the toaster. Maybe just a little bit of a tilt of the hips back behind you. Inhale, rising up. This is our moonflower flow. Side note, tomorrow is a full moon, everybody. Big inhale. Big exhale, inhale, lift, exhale down, hold the hands down. Let's place the left hand on the left thigh. Inhale, reach up, lean over to your left. Exhale, take the hand down. Left hand up and overhead, reach over to the right. Take it down, other arm, reach over, straighten your right leg. And lift the right toe while you reach overhead with that right arm. Come to center, gentle shift. The body practice the shift already. Reach over with the left, straighten the left leg, and lift your left toe. Bring it down to center. Inhale, shift left. Straighten the right side of the body. Exhale down. Shift right. Straighten the left side of the body. Big inhale. Exhale, one more each side, shifting to the left. Breathe up into the right lung. Exhale, take it down. Shift right and breathe into the left lung. Exhale, bring it down. 5-pointed star, inhale up. Exhale, sunflower flow. Both knees bend, hands come down. Keep your head and heart high. It's like you're trying to clean off a credenza or a coffee table, but you don't want to get the dust. You don't want to breathe it in. So lift your head up. And every woman knows this move. Inhale, bring it up, big breath in. Exhale down, dusting movement, but keep your head up, keep your heart up. Good, inhale, bring it up. Exhale down once, sweep. Inhale up, left arm in front of the right. Exhale down, left arm on top of the right. Inhale up, right arm in front. Exhale down, right arm on top. Inhale up, left arm in front. Exhale down, left arm on top. Inhale up, right arm in front. Exhale down, right arm on top. Inhale up, hold the 5-pointed star, big breath in. Exhale, hands come down to the hips, turning to face the front of the mat, finding a strong mountain position, rolling the shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms sweeping up and overhead. Exhale, sweeping the arms around, palms up. Pull the shoulders back and lift the chest. Bending the knees, keeping the heart and head high, coming into Utkatasana. Option to lift the left heel. Then lower down, lift the right heel, lower down. Option to lift both heels. Michael Jackson style. Hands on the thighs, drop the heels, straighten the legs, push the hips back behind you. So it's almost like you're trying to peer over a ledge. Keeping the head lifted, keeping the throat slightly open. Big inhale. Exhale, lowering the belly towards the thighs. Eventually relaxing the head and the neck, shaking the head yes, and turning it left and right. Hands might go down to the shins. They might even dangle down to the floor. 3 big exhales. Inhale in through the nose. Big exhale. 2 more. Last one. Let's all bend the knees deep. Reverse swan dive. Arms coming up and overhead. Bringing the palms down to the chest. Stepping our left foot back, toe to heel. Keeping a subtle bend in that right knee. Arms come up. Holding it here. Let's refine warrior 1. This requires a lot of mindfulness. Our practice is hatha. That is finding opposing energies in the body that come together and create balance. We're shifting forward. So we feel a lot of weight in the right foot. And then we are slightly shifting back. So we feel the weight balanced in the left foot. We can even close our eyes and do that little shift forward and back. Imagine almost like you're surfing, right? So keeping your weight balanced in both the front and the back of the foot. Extending through the fingertips, pulling the shoulders down. There is an element of expansion and contraction here. We're pressing to the inner blades of the feet while we press our knees out towards our pinky toes. I know, it's weird, right? I know, I saw it on your face. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Bringing both hands onto the front leg. From here, a little bit of cat and cow. Keeping that right knee bent as we inhale. Press the hips back, push your belly towards your thigh, then start to straighten the arms, creating a back bend. Inhaling here. Exhale, bend both knees in place. Tuck your tailbone under, rounding the spine, and dropping your head. Straightening out the left leg only. Flip the hips back, belly to thigh. Inhale, straightening the arms. Cow. Bend both knees. Tuck the tailbone under. Cat. Match it to the breath. Right leg straight. Inhale, arms straight. Cow position. Bend both knees. Unlock your back knee a little more. And then tuck in. 1 more of each. Right leg straight. Lift the hips back. Inhale. Bend the right knee. Unlock the hips. And then pull it in. Right leg straight. Neutral position. Reverse swan dive. Warrior 1. Sweeping the arms behind us, chest expansion. If we're choosing to lace our fingers today, left thumb over the right thumb. Also, alternatively, left arm on top of the right arm. From wherever you are, heart breathing, chest expansion, big inhale. Exaggerate the breath, keep bending your right knee. Exhale, left leg straight, right knee bent. Inhale, exhale. The more you lunge forward, the more the breath can help to pull you back. And exhale. Let's all relax the hands. Stepping to the top of our mat. Feet are open to the width of the pelvis bones. Let's do a little symmetrical flow before we do the other side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward fold. Hands to the thighs, shins, maybe touching the floor. Shake the head, yes and no. Bending the knees deep, hands to the thighs or shins. Up halfway, monkey pose. Hold it there. Press the shoulders towards the hips. Reaching the arms behind us, airplane position. Back straight with our knee. Reverse swan dive, extended mountain. Option to press the palms back. Shift forward, tiniest lift of the heels possible. My lift in my heels is so tiny that I can actually feel like my mat sticks to my feet a little bit. That's how tiny it is. Big inhale into the heart and push the hands back. Press your hips forward. Pull the ribs up and away from your low back. Exhale, swan dive, heels down. Hang loose. Shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Reverse swan dive. Big inhale. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Hands come around. Hips go back. Heart stays high. Throat is slightly open. Lift the left heel. Drop it down. Lift the right heel. Drop it down. Lift both heels. As high as the body permits. Be compassionate with your feet. Be compassionate, especially, you know who you are if your feet get kind of crampy, tender. Be compassionate. Lower the heels, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway, monkey pose. Arms out, airplane. Reverse swan dive, arms overhead. Stepping our right foot back, casual stride, warrior one. Bending the left knee. Option to hold it right here, maybe even close the eyes and feel those opposing energies. Shifting forward, we're pushing down into that left foot enough so that if we were going to walk, we could easily lift the back foot. There's a lot of weight. All those times when I teach, lift your back foot, and some of you go, no, no, don't tell me what to do, Skila. You're doing it every day. When you have a casual stride, you do it every day. You lift and sweep. Put all the weight into your left foot just for a moment. Notice what it feels like. And now take your weight back into the right foot. And then maybe just in a radical act of trust, close your eyes and let your weight shift forward and back a little bit until we feel that place that we interpret as center. It doesn't have to be balanced. In the words of one of my favorite teachers, balance is an illusion. We're only ever balanced for a fraction of a moment, and then you're off balance again. Such is life. All right, reach the fingertips up and pull the shoulders down. Okay, expansion, contraction. Press into the inner blade of the foot. Spread your toes out. And now press your knees out a little bit and relax your jaw. Close the eyes. Let's get to know the pose based on how it feels, less on an image that's projected onto the posture. How does it feel to be in warrior one? When you're ready, slowly take the arms back and around, bring them onto the front thigh, and flip the hips back. Straightening out the arms, warrior one with cow. Bending both knees, tuck the tailbones under, exhale. Breathe from your throat, warrior one with cat. Right leg straight. Inhale, warrior one with cow. Hips first, then arms. Bend the back knee, drop the head, hips come in with the head dropped. Right leg straight. Inhale, flip the hips, push into the front thigh, hop up and support the spine. Bend the back knee. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and round the spine deeply. One more. Right leg straight. Left knee is still bent. Inhale, open up and straighten the arms. Deep breath into the heart. Bend the back knee. Pull the navel to the spine. Tuck the tailbone under, cat. Let's come to a neutral position. Right leg straight. Left knee bent. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Hold it here, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Either the right thumb over the left thumb this time. Ooh, it feels so different. We're not even going to call it weird or strange, because there could be like judginess attached to those words. How about if we just say today, it's just a little different. Another option is to stack the arms, your right arm on top of your left arm, just to change it up a little bit. Let's practice 3 big breaths into the chest. And I mentioned before, the more you lunge forward, you can use the breath to counter that and pull you back. Then exhale. Lunge forward, inhale. Open the throat, exhale. We're only doing 3 or 4 like that. Inhale. This breath is not meant to be done for a long, long period of time. Maybe one more. Big inhale. Bigger exhale. From here, when you're ready, release the hands. Hold it there. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Let's step forward. Feet are out to the width of the pelvis bone. Exhaling, swan dive, take it all the way down, softly bending the knees. Coming up halfway, deep bend in the knees, monkey expression, pressing the shoulders towards the hips. The heart is higher than the hips, and the head is higher than the heart. When you're ready, reverse swan dive, hold it up. Looking up towards the sky, turn the palms back, lift through the heart. Shifting forward, lifting both heels, tiniest of lifts. When we also are able to gauge what we need less of or what we need more of, we do this in yoga. We also are able to do this in everyday life. It's known as brahmacharya, which means moderation in all things. The literal translation, I think, is more beautiful. Whenever we are mindful to practice moderation, brahmacharya's translation is walking with God. Big inhale. If you don't believe in God, it's okay. Walk with the tree. Walk with a rainbow. Walk with whatever. Big inhale. Exhale, drop your heels, swan dive. Hang loose, shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. Bring the hands up onto the shins or thighs. Halfway lift, monkey position. Back is flat, head is higher than the heart. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair position. Hips pressing back, arms reaching, maybe lifting the heels a little bit again, just a tiny bit. Brahmacharya. Drop the heels, forward fold. Relax the whole body. Shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. Reverse swan dive, coming all the way up, big breath in. And then exhale, relax, allowing the arms to come to the side. Let's bring our hands onto the hips. I'm going to back up a little bit on my mat today because I like to position myself on my mat in such a way for balance poses where when I lower my head enough, as if an egg is going to roll off my head, when I take that position, I'm also able to take my gaze down 45 degrees. We've talked about this before. So you take your gaze down past your cheeks 45 degrees and you try to position your gaze past the tip of your nose to a single point. I like to choose the top of my mat or even a yoga block sometimes is helpful too. The wood grain on the floor gets a little dizzy, right? So position yourself where you have some place that is going to be an anchor for your gaze today. Hands can go anywhere. Sometimes hands on the waist provides a little more stability and balance, but some of us feel better with the arms out. Imagine you have a stick for balance, like a tightrope walker. Let's take our weight over into our left foot. Check in with the left knee, unlock it. Most women lock their left knee out. Y'all know about the knees, right? Habitual knee locking, subconscious being stubborn. I'm not stubborn, I just know I'm right. Okay, take it over, peel up your right heel and bend the right knee. Swivel the right knee out to the side and allow that right heel to press gently to the inside of your left leg. Inhale, use the chest expansion breath, lift through the heart and continue to fix the gaze. Now, as soon as we breathe into the chest and realign the posture, we might notice that the gaze is shifting a little bit. That's really common. If you want, keep that gaze and start to pull your right foot off the floor, maybe to the tippy toe first for 2 or 3 breaths. Moderation, again, sometimes we change positions too quickly and the body's not ready. That's why we lose balance. So tiny shift, breathe 2 or 3 breaths, and then maybe make that change again. So then maybe we bring the foot off the floor. Transitioning too quickly can throw you off balance. I mean, y'all know that's even with the weather. The weather teaches us that. Finding any steady position for the body. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Palms forward, exhale, pull the elbows behind your ribs. So this is a familiar movement for the upper body and a little newer for the lower body. Breathe into the chest, inhale and exhale. Feel your left leg rooting into the earth, and like a tree, the more you root, the more you also grow. One more, big inhale and exhale. Both feet come down to the floor. Take your left foot, move it around a little bit. If it feels extra tight or crampy, be thankful, be thankful. Find gratitude in that because those are muscles. Those are muscles, yeah, they're working. It's not pain, it's just a new and interesting sensation. I shall not lie. It's not the practice of truth in yoga. Let's take our weight into the right foot this time. Roll to the inner and outer edges of the feet, unlock the knee. Making sure the feet are close when we start. Heeling up the left heel. We can swivel our knee out to the side, allowing that left heel to press gently to the inside of the right ankle. Inhale, pull up through the heart. Maybe shift the gaze a little bit. We don't have to look down to the floor. We could look out over the horizon as well. Start rooting here. So as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, feel the energy fixed on the foot. And then maybe come to the tippy toe. At least 3 breaths there. Maybe hold it here. Allow the body to continue rooting and lengthening. Notice if your body is open to experimenting with lifting the foot away from the floor. Using the expanding breath, arms can come away from the body. Inhale up. Exhale, elbows in, palms forward. At least 3 more breaths, plenty of opportunity to move around, to even put the foot on the ground and lift it up again. One more big inhale into the heart and bigger exhale. Both feet stepping down and moving that right foot around. Wiggle the toes. Again, if it got really crampy, that's a very common thing because we were using a lot of muscles to almost like grip the earth. Let's all make sure that we have our yoga block. Okay, we're all doing great. One block. Reverse swan dive, big inhale. Exhale, take it down, swan dive. Having our block, we might want to use it, making our way down towards the floor. Stepping one foot back, both knees bend. Wing the other leg back. And then from here, let's lie down on our stomachs. Block to the side, hands on the floor, elbows, walk the knees back, and slowly come down. This is part of functional movement. People say, when am I going to get up and down off the floor? Like this, right? For me, it's to play with my dog. I mean, she's only 6 pounds, so if I want to get to eye level, I have 2 options: bring her up to me or get down to her. I do like to get down on the floor with her. She's not. She's a full-grown little, still little dog. She's tiny. She looks like a little baby llama, except dirtier. Okay. So this part can sometimes be a little tricky. We have worked with this before. We're not doing the pose we did last week, but it can still be tricky. Roll to your side. Oh, good. See, we don't even remember what we did last week. I know it was hard. I know last week was hard. That's all I remember. Place the block between your knees and thighs, and then roll over onto your belly. And again, we're not doing what we did last week. Last week, if you were not here, you missed out on wheel. We did like a little wheel experiment. Yeah. From here, you are welcome to tuck or untuck your toes. I do want to explain the difference between the two so that you're able to make a decision that fits your body and your practice. If you know that your low back tends to get tender, maybe even hurts, untuck your toes. Untuck your toes. So when you untuck your toes, this is going to pull the muscles up behind your knee, behind your thighs. It'll protect your back a little more. If you tuck your toes under, that will stretch the back of your ankles. So I'm going to let you pick whatever you want. From here, hands come out to the side. Pull your elbows down towards the floor or down in towards your waist. So we're not doing a cricket leg, and we're also not winging it out. We're pulling the elbows in. Press into the floor with both hands, and you're going to push down and forward with your hands. Down and forward to start to lift your upper spine. So it's almost like an upward facing dog or a cobra position, but you have more control and it's safer on your rotator cuff. Squeeze your inner thighs into that yoga block. Inhale and push your stomach into the floor while you push into your hands. Exhale all the way first. Let it all go. And now inhale and lift. Maybe the arms straighten, maybe they don't. If you want, bend your knees. Now throw your head back, touch your toes. Don't do it today.
Yeah.
Let's wait 2 weeks. Slowly come down and relax. So really big back bend, really big stomach opener. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, down and forward with the hands, stomach into the floor. We're gonna float shoulders away from the ears. Toes up, open the throat. Exhale, slowly come down. Find the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, exhale all the way. Squeeze the block. Easy does it on the shoulders. Push the stomach into the floor. Come up. Only come up as your body permits. As your body permits. Check in. Exhale, lower down. Let's all roll to one side. Take the block away from the knees and place it off to the side of the yoga mat. Come around the center. Come onto the elbows and walk the hands back. Let's come up to kneeling. We do not have to stay on the knees. If you know that you want to be off your knees, come around to seated. Also, if you like, take the top of your mat, reach out, and hook it in. So there's extra cushioning. We were kneeling on soft earth. It would be so different. In 15 years of teaching here, this floor continues to get harder. Take the block and put it between your knees and thighs. Let's take the hands. You're making fists with your hands, and we're taking the flat part of the knuckle out from the sacrum. So the sacrum is the triangular bony structure. Right here, this is the easiest time to teach anatomy in yoga. There's skeletons everywhere for Halloween. So the little triangle bone here, take your hands just outside those top points of the triangle towards the SI joint. And the flat part of the knuckle is there. Okay. We're using an expanding breath, using the heart to breathe. Lift the chin, look out towards the horizon. Big inhale. Shoulders pressing down and back. Lift your head, gaze up at the sky. Exhale. Big inhale. It's just a little more of a lift in the chin. It's not enough to throw the head completely back. It is enough to open the throat and to strengthen the neck. Big inhale. And exhale. Big inhale. Hold it. Shallow exhale. Inhale. Shallow exhale. The inhale may not be as big. One more. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Let's take the block away. Take that out. We're lying down on our backs. Knees to one side. Lying down on our sides first. And then rolling over to our backs. If you want, you can stay with the back flat and extend the legs, rolling out the ankles. Another option is from lying on the back with the knees bent, we push into our feet and lift our hips. You can grab your yoga block and slide it in under the sacrum, under that bony structure, in the lowest position. Begin. Making sure that the block is neither too high, pushing on your spine bones, and also we don't want it too low either. It's directly, the whole entire sacrum is flat on this block.
Whether we have a block or not, option 2, lift the heels and then cover the feet up towards the sky, pointing and flexing the feet. I generally hold on to my yoga block under my hips for safety, but you do not have to. Some people find it more comfortable to take the arms out like a T with the palms facing out, or even the palms overhead. Let's roll out the ankles. Viparita Karana. That's the name of this pose. Viparita Karana. Stay here as long as it feels right for your body. At any time, coming out of the pose, we bend our knees and lower the feet. And again, you can stay as long as the body wants. Pressing into our feet to lift our hips, we can take that block away from our low back. Take the hands out to the side, palms facing down. Exhale, both knees sway over to the left. Hold it there, about 3 to 5 breaths. When you're ready, take it over to the other side. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Bringing our knees to center. We can hug both knees into the chest, knees wide open to the armpits, maybe even the feet up to the ceiling. Happy baby position. You're ready, bringing the feet in close towards each other, and then lowering our feet to the floor, letting the body move in any natural way. Eventually coming to a still point for final relaxation and meditation. Letting go of any notion that we are attempting to clear the mind in any way. The whole point of our meditation practice is for us to once again revisit the art of observation. Becoming ever more the master of the mind, having the ability to notice thoughts without responding, without reacting. Imagine your yoga mat is more like a flying carpet, just like the one some of us may have heard of in the story of Aladdin. As you inhale, feel the body rising up into the sky. Perhaps even being able to look down, see the room, then flying up a little higher, floating out of this space, out of the building. As we continue to float in the sky,
Noticing clouds all around us, different shapes, different sizes. Noticing big white billowy clouds as we float through a clear blue sky. In the mind, looking ahead, clearly sensing or seeing one cloud. Begin to float towards this cloud, float inside of the cloud. Breathing easy. As we let go of our attachment to our form, allow yourself to take the shape of that cloud. What could it be like to breathe in and to expand and allow your body to take the shape of cloud? Allowing our sense of awareness to move well beyond an attachment to the physical body. Now exhale. Breathe into your physical form. Sense yourself floating out of this cloud. Find another cloud. Find another shape. And maybe now it's not a cloud. Maybe our mind intuitively finds something that's a little more geometric. Pyramid, an octagon. Move into that shape or that cloud. Stay there for a moment. And now inhale, breathe in, expanding consciousness. Take that shape. Exhale, inhale into the physical form again. Moving out of that shape and into the physical form. Coming down to our yoga mat. Without having to open the eyes. Recalling where we are, recalling where we are positioned in the room, recalling the color of your yoga mat, perhaps recalling the color of your pants, your top, the walls, position of the doors, the chairs, recreating the space in the mind. From this place of awareness, physically, spatially, deepen your breath and invite a little bit more movement into the body. When you're ready, with your breath as a guide, bend your knees. Let them sway a little bit. Roll to one side and eventually make your way to the center. From here, let's turn the palms up. And we can take the thumb to the index finger on both hands. Sitting up nice and tall. And lowering the chin just a little bit. Practicing the same breath that we began with today, 3-part breathing. Inhale in through the nose, filling the stomach first, allowing the breath to build all the way up to the heart, with the lungs fully full, fully filled with the breath. You can sit a little taller, and then exhale, relax your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Inhaling belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, relax the heart, ribs, and belly. One more. Now just notice the contact between the index finger and the thumbs. Maybe press a little harder with the right index finger and thumb, and try matching that pressure on the left heel. Although this could seem very simple, this is a practice in mindfulness, integrating both your central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Interpreting the pressure, using motor function and command centers in the brain to manipulate the pressure in the fingers. Try balancing so that it feels exactly the same on the left and the right. Ready, let's go. Open the palms of the hands, fist. Go again. One more. Inhale. Make a fist. Exhale. Ready to go. From here, we can press our palms together. Traditional closing gesture of Anjali Mudra. Let's draw in a nice big breath together. And exhale from the throat. This being our last class of the session, I leave you with a blessing. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells, a place of infinite love, infinite light. You are in that place. I am in that place. We're in that place together. This is the meaning of Namaste. 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 I'll see you all back October 30th. October 30th. Everybody wear orange. Just you for 2 weeks. Oh, you're going on vacation. Woo!